Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Rockin' Reaction Rollers, where we react to music that we grew up with from the 60s to the 90s. And my name is Tammy. We're doing Tammy's Tuesdays. It's Tuesday night, so this is the second and the final song that we're going to do tonight. So I'm just going to get right to it. And this song was always the song that I think started my partying days. It was always kind of my partying anthem song. It's not fast, it's actually really laid back, and but it's just a cool song. And even nowadays when I hear it, which is very seldom, it never gets played on the radio, and I'm really kind of surprised as big of a hit as it was back in the day around here, but it never gets played. But I'm talking about the 1976 Steve Miller Band tune called Fly Like an Eagle. And so we're just going to get right to the song. I don't think there's anything I want to say before it. Maybe this part. This song went to number 2 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 for the week of March 12, 1977. The original Steve Miller Band version sold over 1 million copies. And so we're just going to get right to the song. And so let's go back to 1976 and enjoy.
Slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Oh, I fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. I want to fly like an eagle. Children with no shoes on their feet. How's the people living in the street? Oh, there's a solution. I want to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. I want to fly like an eagle till I'm free. Slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping into the future.
I'm going to stop this song for just a minute. Oh, love it, love it, love it. They never play this song on the radio anymore around here either, and as big of a hit as it is, or was, I'm really surprised by that. But even when I do hear it, it always just takes me back to just, a lot of first, a lot of partying, and just having really good times with my friends. I think it was sophomore in high school, could have been into freshman year, beginning of sophomore year. So right in those crazy times. Good Lord. Anyway, it's just always just been one of those songs that I've just loved. And so we're just going to get right back to it. We're doing the 1976 Fly Like an Eagle by the Steve Miller Band.
Time keeps on slipping into the future.
It sounded like my alarm clock that I never hear in the morning that Chuck has to go, your alarm's going off. I've never really heard the long version of that, I don't think, or if I do, I don't remember it. I have seen Steve Miller in concert, and they're really good in concert. But anyway, one of my favorite bands of the 70s, of the late 70s, and I don't have many of their songs on here, so I don't know why I didn't have this one, or I don't think I do. I looked for it earlier. I thought, I don't know why I don't have Fly Like an Eagle on here. But it's just one of those I want to kick back in the lazy boy to with my headphones on, a glass of wine in one hand, a big fat one in the other one. I could do that right now. It sounds really good. But anyway, let's see what they have to say about the song before we go here for the evening. It says Steve Miller Band is considered a jam band. Steve Miller says his jazz and blues influence is what started them as a jam band originally. And Fly Like an Eagle was developed over a period of time as a jam. So in other words, kind of one of those songs that really don't have a meaning. They just start singing and playing a little music and they're jamming out with each other and don't really know what the song's about. And all of a sudden they've got a hit. That's kind of how it worked, I think. For them anyway. But then there was a group, the guy named Seal. He did a cover of this song, and he sold over 300,000 copies of this song, where Steve Miller Band sold over 1 million. Okay, and then it just some other songs. I always liked the 80s or the 70s Steve Miller Band better than the 80s, and I think that with a lot of groups. I don't know why. It's just kind of like they changed their music a little bit, and if they would have just stayed the same, I would have continued on liking them. Not all of them did that, but there were a few that did, and this was kind of one of them, I think. For me, anyway, it just the sound of their music changed. Not that I didn't like their 80s songs. I did like them, but not as well as their 70s song. But The Joker was the song that came out in 1974, and it was their biggest hit, along with Abracadabra, which I believe is an 80s song, or in the 80s, or late 70s. So those were their two biggest hits. So I think it was pretty much in two different decades. I might be wrong about that. But I would have thought Fly Like an Eagle would have been up there. As much as it was played around here, I mean, everybody at high school had this 8-track and everybody was listening to it. And, you know, it was just one of them songs. And everybody was partying right along with it. I think that's why it was such a big hit around here, I think, is really why I think it was a big hit. But anyway, we're going to go for the evening, guys. I'm not going to be on tomorrow night. I need to take a breather. I've got a garden to take care of. I've got green beans to pick. I went out there last night and I had green beans on my plants. I'm like, oh my God, if you could see in between my plants, you'd think this garden was going nowhere. But I've been out there with my hoe picking around my plants, and I've kept them all healthy, so they're looking good. But I can't get my lawnmower started either, and I need to run my lawnmower down the center of my garden in between my rows. I made it big enough where I could do that because our tillers broke on us too, and plus Chuck can't do nothing, so little old me, that's how I figured this out. I'm going to mow it. But anyway, I got green beans. I was real surprised. So my garden's doing something. But anyway, be sure to tell those people that you love them each and every day out there. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And you only have to do it once, and then you're a subscriber. Then you can request songs when I put a request video out there. I know there's a few of you requesting songs, some of you newer people I've seen in some of the comments. Sorry I haven't been able to get back to my comments. I'm going to try to get caught up with that tomorrow. But we will be taking requests soon, so hold on to those requests you have and wait for the request video, and then you can request them then. Like I said, be sure to tell those people you love them each and every day. Come back Thursday night for musicians' birthdays that have birthdays this week. And peace out.